Hello and welcome to this new lesson on PowerApps Service Desk, in which we will examine the data source. If you remember, when we saved the version of the application in order to customize it later, PowerApps asked us where we wanted to save it, and we said to save the information on PowerApps. So the data source of these applications is on OneDrive. We will therefore go into OneDrive. We position ourselves on this menu with these dots here. We open OneDrive, and as you can see, Office 365 has automatically created a folder called PowerApps. We enter this folder, we enter templates, and here, as you can see, there are two small folders. One created 31 minutes ago, and one created 2 minutes ago. The one created earlier is related to the tablet and iPad version of the application. And the one created more recently, 2 minutes ago, is related to the smartphone iPhone version. So we said that both interfaces, both tablet and iPad and smartphone and iPhone, must be connected to the same data source so that when we provide the application to users in both versions, by entering or viewing the data, they will have the same data source, and so they will enter the data into the same container. They will see the data present in the same container. We will therefore delete the folder related to the application version for the smartphone and for the iPhone. So here we select this folder, the one that was created afterwards, and we click here on Delete, Eliminate, and so this folder will be deleted. We will now connect the smartphone and iPhone version to this folder to which the tablet and iPad version is already connected, and there will be nothing to do. Before doing this, we will see what is in this folder. Let's open it and see that there is an Excel file named Data. That is to say, here are the data related to our application. In this case, it is Excel that is the data source for the application in PowerApps. Obviously, in PowerApps there can be many connectors, but in this case, in this pre-compiled PowerApps model in Office 365, the data source is an Excel file. We are going to open it, and we see that we find here all the data related to the application. So the tickets, the types of tickets, we're going to see the qualification of the tickets, those new, those in progress, those pending, etc. In short, here we find all the data of the application we just created. So we go back, and now we return to PowerApps, and we will also connect the application that has been saved in smartphone and iPhone format to this data source. And so it is possible, as we said earlier, that both interfaces are connected to the same data source. Let's go back to our applications, then return to PowerApps, and once entered into PowerApps, we click here on Apps, and we see that there are the two applications that we have created. We said that the tablet and iPad version is in order. It is already connected to the correct data source, and therefore, we will need to make the necessary changes to the smartphone and iPhone version. We will therefore open in Edit mode in the PowerApps Studio environment, this version of the application. We will therefore focus on these 3 points. Let's click with the left mouse button and choose Edit. Once we have chosen Edit, this version of the application will open in the PowerApps environment for work, for programming the application. And as soon as it opens, we will go see its data source. Even in this case, we choose to ignore. To find the data source of the application, we need to go here to View, Data Sources, and we see that the list of data sources appears. We have deleted that folder over there, but here this list of data sources for this application, and so we need to go and delete the data source of this application. So all these Excel sheets that this application was linked to, we are going to delete everything. At this stage, as if this application is now attached to nothing, we are going to say Add a data source. Where is our data source? We said it is in OneDrive for Business. Where? In the PowerApps folder, in the Modify folder, and in this folder that PowerApps created automatically, and which is therefore composed of this entire chain. We open it. We open the Excel data file, and we see that inside are all these Excel sheets to which the application must be connected. So we check all the boxes, and once all the boxes are checked, we click on Connect. At this stage, he now connects the interface to each of these Excel sheets. At this stage, graphically, we have the same result as when we opened it. But now, she is really connected to this data source. And here, we can close it to this data source. Thank you for watching this data source.